Woo, man. When it rains, it pours. For 2 months, we have been going through this unnecessary thing back and forth with this Vlad. And we just been telling you what's actually been happening. He can get mad all he wants and keep doing all his gimmicks and games, but it's on him. He's creating this. We're not. DJ Vlad, Vladimir Labuni. Oh my goodness. Now, he has been interviewing Boosie a lot. You know, why, I have no idea. Well, I do know, but I don't know why Boosie keeps agreeing to go on there. But must be the money. Now, anyway, I think Vlad is really truly scum. That's what I've been finding out because I never really took time to learn this individual. I was out of town when he started this whole attack on me situation, and me and Kwame and all that stuff. So I was like, whoa, caught off guard. So I said, let me find out what's going on before, let me get home. And then once I find out what's really going on, then, I'll get with him. So, you learn your adversary. And everything I'm learning about him was just awful. That I'm like, man, I can't believe the people around him don't see this happening. Like, how is nobody seeing this? I'm just like, this dude he's in the middle of all of it. And nobody's saying anything. They fighting with each other. And this dude's getting all the money. It was unbelievable. So I gotta keep going back to the beginning. Because it's so much. So as I started to reveal it to the general public, he started to get upset. But you keep hearing more and more of these stories come out from the people that actually met and talked to this man. You got an artist in Young Bleu who was signed with Boosie allegedly. I don't know how that deal went. But according to DJ Vlad, who wants to defend himself after Young Bleu called him out. He said, Vlad, you got your wish, bruh. You've been building this with me and Boosie for 5 interviews, straight after we constantly told you the love we have for each other. You got what you wanted. White man, some black men going at it. Vlad TV, you finally got what you been wanting, man. You ain't still pressuring till you got the response you wanted out of us. Vlad has responded to Bleu making those comments. But it's funny to me. Well, it ain't funny, but it's interesting to me how Vlad is in the middle of 2 men who are in a record contract situation that really it had nothing to do with Vlad. But Vlad wasn't going to stop until he kept pushing to get it. Now, Young Bleu, this thing was going viral after he posted that about Vlad. All of a sudden, Vlad said, Young Bleu recently posted on social media saying that my interviews with Boosie are the reason why Boosie is taking him to court. Here are the facts along with the receipts. In January 2018, Boosie asked me to interview a new artist he just signed, Young Bleu. This was Young Blue's first interview ever. In the interview, Bleu talks about signing paperwork with Boosie. Here's the interview. We do a second interview with Bleu in 2021. By this time, Bleu has blown up and recently got a feature from Drake. In this interview, Bleu now changes his story and says that he never technically signed to Boosie. Here's the interview. And now it's July 22. And Boosie is still saying that he never got the money owed to him from Young Bleu, and now he has to handle it legally. Meanwhile, Bleu is doing interviews talking about getting $9 million deals after his Drake feature. Here's that interview. Now, Vlad TV interviews aren't the reason Boosie's taking Young Bleu to court. Boosie's not getting the money that Boosie feels he is owed is why Boosie is taking Young Bleu to court. And if you know one thing about Boosie, you know that he's all about his money. This has nothing to do with you. That's a Boosie and Bleu situation. That's a contract situation. What are you doing in there? From the statement I saw from Bleu, he didn't say that at all. He said, you've been building this up for 5 interviews. Constantly, both sides told you they had love for each other. There's even in the interview where Boosie saying, well, it's a messed up situation. I got to go to court, but I don't blame Young Bleu at all. I'm not mad at Young Bleu. I got love for him. It's a messed up situation, but it ain't Blue's fault. He clearly stated that. Now, these two dudes are now going at it on social media, all stemming from you. And I just want to know, when is people going to wake up? Wake up. Y'all making this dude bigger than what he's supposed to be and what he truly is. Y'all give him the power. Without that, he has nothing. He wants to go find anybody who could say something ignorant, some people on drugs, that somebody did a murder, somebody who did a robbery, anything negative. He wants to find and use that as the vehicle for you to hit the button to click. And he'll grab anybody he can dig up and throw them on there for an interview just to say something like that, to get everybody's attention. It's clickbait. It's pathetic. But now, from what I've learned in the past 2 months, it's him. This is what he is. So he's being who he is. It's up to us to be who we are. Are we going to continue to be clowns? And go to the circus? Or are we going to grow up and say, man, I don't want to hear that nonsense? That's some garbage, man. You trying to start something with these people, man. And this is the problem with instigators. They always find a way to fan the attention away from them. NLE Chopper last week. This week, Young Bleu. Who's it going to be next week? That's what I want to know. Whose turn is it next week? Who's it gonna be? It's got to be somebody, right? Man, they told me this story, man. They said people love attention and fame, that it blinds them. They don't even know what they do is wrong anymore because they blinded by vanity, fame. And it's a demon. It blinds them. It blocks them. They can't even see it. If people see you getting hundreds of thousands of views or you got all of this attention, they view you different. Some people they're mesmerized by those numbers. And they get you to focus on numbers, numbers, numbers. What it appears to look like. Everything that has been transpiring has been dismal. It has been very appalling. In all his nefarious ways, Vlad has manipulated the medium market and manipulated the numbers, has his whole team, got people that he's working with inside of these companies, got in good with all of these corporations that's on the internet, from Complex, from Spotify. He's got his hands in everything. So you know they're all through YouTube as well. So if anybody says anything remotely and he don't like it, all of a sudden here comes all these technical issues that everyone seemed to have a absent mind about. All of a sudden nobody knows anything. But if its footprints and fingerprints are over all of it. So it's quite interesting to me how this is all transpired again. But it is what it is. You know, it's typical DJ Vlad doing what DJ Vlad does. Cause confusion. So all these guys do is cause confusions. Don't forget to hit the like button too. And subscribe to the page. You know something that's very interesting? I'm curious to know, because I'm interested to know, why ain't Vlad in there trying to, mediate this thing? Why isn't he out there trying to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to bring you brothers together. Don't do that. Not once did you hear him say, hey, man, don't do that, man. Y'all handle that in court. Ain't no need to go on the war on social media and all that. Y'all brothers, you two love each other. Why? You don't see that from him, do you? He's sitting back, watching his creation go. He done instigated it And now he's watching it go. Unbelievable, right? This is the world we live in now. And in this world, that's all people care about. It's all people care about. Drama, beef. They don't want a resolution. They want it all to continue. That's how they eat. That's how they get their money. Drama. People lines up for some good old drama. Now, what else that's going on out there in the world today? Well, we'll see what Vlad does next. Because everyone's a target. See, that's the beauty of this. When you have someone that's dedicated to creating content by besmirching African Americans, no one cares. They don't care. Meaning YouTube, they don't care about that. But let's see you talk about Megan Trainor. Let's see you talk about Miranda Lambert, Blake Shelton. Let's see you talk about them. Let's see you talk about Jennifer Aniston. Let's see you talk about those people and see how fast YouTube cares. Because they will. Now, what's the difference between them and the people I've named before? Oh, must be the complexion. That's very interesting. If I made a video about them, not only would it not be shared, it wouldn't move. Why wouldn't my videos be suggested? Why wouldn't it show up where it needs to be shown? Oh, it's the algorithm. The algorithm just wasn't working on that video. You see how that works? But if I said Nicki Minaj is thinking about getting plastic surgery on her ears or something, oh, that works. See, they've written us off as expendable and saying, oh, no, keep the focus there because that's where the attention needs to be. You'll make your money there. Just keep doing what you're doing over there. Don't talk about what's going on over here. Ignore the problems they got. All these dudes who are supposedly hip hop is a 90% John Doe business, African American ran, or African Americans in it rather than ran business. Why there aren't any African Americans in charge of the media outlet, right? It is an urban music. Hip hop is urban based. urban created, right? There are more urbans doing this music than any other race, period. They dominate hip hop. That's fair to say. So why isn't anyone of African American descent in charge anywhere of its social media consumption or its provision or the way it's being provided? What they do is give you black faces with Russian owners and people who don't even follow hip hop, damn near, are in charge. How come these people are the face? You got a skateboarder that's in charge of putting them in type of hip hop and urban music and all this. It's like, where do these people come from? And now they want to run the record labels and have you work for them. Then they want to control the social media platforms and have you work for them and make them money and be on top of you. That's what they want. And that's the game they keep running over everybody else. So young Bleu and Boosie, don't war no more. Don't shed another word going against each other for him in his content. And Bleu, well, I hope you and Boosie, y'all work y'all contract situation out like men and deal with that in a legal sense and get all that taken care of the way it needs to be and everybody be cordial the way it's supposed to go. And I just hope Boosie realize and see what's actually going on here and realize I don't need that dude. You know, like, this is bad news. And I say, hey, Boosie's a grown man. He can do what he want to do. And you see what's happening, you know. That ain't Kwame Brown's fault. It's not my fault. It's nobody else's fault. This is a situation that happened with Vlad that seems to happen every week now. So all the young people are starting to respond. They're starting to wake up. They're starting to see what we already know. While they keep trying to sabotage us, all we doing is waking people up. Now, if y'all want to stay in the matrix, I told y'all before, that's perfectly fine. Stay in the matrix. If you want to be plugged in and do that, by all means, stay there. But everybody else is waking up to this because they're getting tired of it. And they're seeing people right now going through this process. And they seeing all these people have interviewed with Vlad, just mysteriously. And oh, by the way, Vlad, I saw you do some other bullshit. I'm a Detroit Piston fan, Bad Boys. I'm going to talk to Sal today, too. Now, Sally told you a year ago, and y'all talked about a teammate, William Bedford, and his drug problem. You put it all in your title. And just, a week ago, a couple days ago, you interview William Bedford and start interviewing him, asking him about his drug problem and his drug conviction. Now, just seeing that angers me because William Bedford hasn't really been doing too much of anything in the league. Why does DJ Vlad all of a sudden want to interview William Bedford? Because John Sally brought him up when he was talking, telling stories, and sat there and brought that up. And you was, oh man, I gotta get that guy in here. You're a coward. You're weak. You're a pathetic man. You're a pathetic version of a man. You're nothing I thought you were. You're nothing like that. I've come to find out you're a pathetic excuse of a human being. And I don't want anything to do with you. And on that note, I'm going to get out of here. Peace to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Don't forget to follow him. He's got an OnlyFans coming soon. If it's not already out yet, I don't think it's completed yet. But look out for that. Don't forget to follow this channel. Hit the subscribe button. My Cash App is KARCENO, KARCENO. The Patreon is KARCENO for life. We've already dropped a bombshell yesterday, so we got more stuff coming. So just hold your head. We ain't even done. This month is gonna be we ain't even in the halfway mark. Just wait. There's more coming.